I would like to thank True Royal Family for this article. And this article came out September 19th, 2019, Fox 4. I think this has probably been a horrible year for Botham John's family. You know, it's not like you lost your loved one because they were sick or they were in an accident. They lost their son and their brother because some cop didn't remember where she lived and went to the wrong apartment, which I'm still not buying that story. I don't care how many times I hear it, I'm not buying it, y'all. I never seen anyone, like I said, I know people that are drunk and they still remember where they live. Even a drug addict can tell you where they live. So, working late and being tired, I used to work overtime and was tired when I got home, but still did not forget where I lived. I'm just having a hard time with her story. But Botham John's sister hopes Amber Guyger trial will bring closure for family. A lot of times we talk about his mother or his parents, and we forget that Botham John was also a brother. He had a sister and another brother in the family. So, and we don't really hear much from them. But I'm glad his sister is speaking out. It's been a rough time for this family. And I sure hope they can also find that closure that they desperately need in this whole thing. I think sometimes these trials end up making them relive the death of their loved one all over again. When that 911 tape came out, it was hard because you could hear him in the background. You could hear him moan a couple of times in the background. And that blew me away when I heard that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play this video.
The sister of Botham Jean told reporters today she is anxious for testimony to begin. The fired police officer who killed her brother will stand trial for murder in Dallas County Monday. Jean's sister is focused on the trial while she prepares to honor her brother's memory. Fox 4's Sean Rabb tells us about the important chapter for the Jean family. Sean.
And Heather, important for them it is indeed. Elisa Finley arrived in Dallas last night, says there is one thing the family hopes to achieve in next week's trial: justice for her brother, Botham Jean. Amber Guyger goes on trial for the murder of Botham Jean Monday. It is likely the biggest murder trial Dallas has seen in decades.
We're seeking justice for Botham. And I think justice looks like for his killer to be found guilty of murder.
The former Dallas police officer shot and killed Botham Jean September 6 last year in his Southside Flats apartment, mistaking his unit for hers, exactly one floor beneath Botham Jean's, thinking he was an intruder in her apartment home. Is there a mixture of emotions about what's going to happen starting Monday?
Yeah, I would say from maybe last week, the nerves have been going crazy. Yes, we've been looking forward to it because it is a crucial time for us and it's a crucial step for us to heal.
The older sister, Elisa Finley, wearing a Be Like Bo t-shirt given to her by his employer, PricewaterhouseCoopers accounting firm. PwC launched the Be Like Bo campaign shortly after his death.
Basically, they want all future, employees, because there's also a room called the Botham Jean room to emulate Botham.
The company sponsoring a banquet to benefit the Botham Jean Foundation.
And in the middle of the trial, on what would have been his 28th birthday on September 29th, they will be hosting a gala, a fundraiser, where we can remember what Botham stood for, and we can extend his legacy in the Dallas area and hopefully throughout the country.
And while testimony next week may be painful to listen to, Findley hopes it'll give them the closure they've been seeking.
We're looking forward to it starting and ending so that we can move on.
Botham Jean's parents expected in Dallas tomorrow. They will meet with the district attorney who will prep them about next week's trial.
Wow. I guess they are on edge, and plus remember, they had to wait all this time for the judge's decision on the change of venue, which she denied. And I'm glad that was denied. He was killed in Dallas County, and that is exactly where the trial should be. So the sister of Botham, John, spoke to Fox News about the upcoming trial. Now, the trial will begin on February 23rd. Now, I haven't heard anything about the trial being televised. I hope they show some of it on TV, so that people can keep track of the trial. I'm definitely going to be watching closely and, and speaking on anything that comes out that's relevant to the case. And I'm just hoping it's going to be so hard for the family to sit there and listen to all of this testimony about what happened to him in the last moments of his life, in his Dallas apartment. So Amber Guyger will be going on trial in Dallas. And as you heard, it's the largest trial they have had in Dallas in a decade. So, of course, they're seeking a guilty verdict for Amber Guyger, but we shall see how this turns out, because let's not forget about where we are. But I don't see how she's going to get out of this whole thing. You went into someone's apartment and you fatally killed them. And her account of what happened that night is very different from the neighbors on that floor that heard everything that happened. And if you remember in the beginning, a lot of things that she said, they were able to debunk it. She said the door was propped open, and they showed, those doors are weighted, those fireman doors. Once you let go of the knob, the door just automatically shut. So there's no way you can just prop that door open without having some kind of object wedged between the door and the door frame. There's no way you can do that. I mean, that door, the moment you let it go, it shuts. And it was very clear. And those neighbors came out right away to debunk what she was saying. And we saw the story change, and I just can't believe her at this point. I cannot believe her. I cannot believe anything that comes from Amber Guyger at this point, And I'm glad his employers are doing something to remember him. They have the Be Like Bo t-shirts, and they even have a room in their company named after Botham John. So that was really nice for his employers to do that, because many employers don't do those sort of things at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, if Botham John had lived, he would have been 28 years old. He was born September 29th. Wow. My son was born September 28th. That's amazing. So we will hear testimony starting next week, y'all. So if you're able to hear about the trial and you are in the Dallas area, please keep us all informed. Because like I said, I'm not sure if they're going to televise this thing. It would be nice if they did. I sure would love to hear this trial. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.